not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Gamecocks have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here's the handoff. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. You start the season top 25. Clearly, expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously, some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Got his man downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in. Because this passing attack, it's lethal. Because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
He's got him still on his feet. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Smith wants to throw. Touchdown, Washington! Quick strike through the air for the score. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on their own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
And that's why quarterbacks take their offensive lines out for all-you-can-eat wings. Clean pocket, able to step up, scan the entire field, and pick the open receiver.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
What a great job by the wide receiver getting the first down. We all see it, right? We're watching TV. We see the yellow line. You're like, don't you get to the first down. Great job knowing where the first down was, putting his head down, getting the first down.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Going to swing it on second down. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
And drops hurt as it is. But when you drop it and you know you just missed out on a touchdown, those really sting. And those concentration drops, man, it makes the quarterback hesitate whether he wants to throw the football again. That is a big missed opportunity.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? The screen, he can go. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Complete on the comeback. Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's first and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Now on first and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. A run for the quarterback. Running through contact. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Smith dropping to pass. Intercepted. Yes, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
This offense has it with really good field position. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that seemed a little off to start, didn't it?
And know it's a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UCLA is on top, but it's not like Troy Aikman or Gary Beeman are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Miami. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Smith wants to throw. That's reeled in. It's marked. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
The Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quickly complete.
Well, I love the body control there by the running back. He had to catch that right on the sideline, make sure he had his feet in bounds, try to pick up some positive yards.
And the Huskies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw again. The short hand is Lawson. He'll work his way down to the 28. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. This is a makeable field goal distance, but this offense is thinking touchdowns. They'll go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. He unleashed a bullet on on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He's got it on the move. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Quarterback keeps it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he tacked on the extra point. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. South Carolina offense is back on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Back open in the middle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles, and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Oh, it's a reverse. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, the offense dialing up the jet sweep, and I like that idea because this receiver, with his speed, you want to try to get him on the perimeter, put the ball in his hands and see what can happen.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Trying play action. Here he goes breaking the pocket. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw him out of rhythm.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. He'll take the deep shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. Smith dropping to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Marsh. Now the connection takes it to the 11. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, Huskies! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Just a short pass to the tight end. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Going with the ground game left. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down. And this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. The give to the tailback. creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Huskies come to the line in the hurry-up. Motion from the wide receiver. Smith wants to throw. Punch it out of the air. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
To the air on first down. He's got the back in the middle. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Scrambling away. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On first down from their own 22. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Just trying to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you can tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to throw, they'll have to be efficient against the clock. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Really nice awareness that time, getting out of bounds and saving 6 seconds on the clock. You're in field goal range here, so you've got maybe time for one more quick completion, get out of bounds, or if you're not going to kick the field goal, you've got time for one more shot into the end zone.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. after how productive that pass breaks into the open. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
The Gamecocks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to ride this running back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Leaves it with the running back. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Fires to the big fella. Across the 25, he's got room. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Take it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Trying to get the corner. Slithers into space. Nice move there. He's all the way out to the 32-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
Old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole, as opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Got the quick pass. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Smith dropping the pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rodgers. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They'll send the back in motion. Going to take a shot on second and short. He rifles one deep down the middle. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Huskies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by 7 over NC State. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Got it in the middle. It's Clark. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big... And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 32 to 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
On fourth down, going to the air. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
And I tell you what, you see this a lot. Fourth down, I'm putting pressure on the quarterback. The defense brings the blitz. They have no answer. Nice job being aggressive on a big fourth down.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really check. Your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Smith wants to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Mark. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Throws for the tight end. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Oh, man, the big fellas, they usually have the soft hands. Your security blanket is your tight end, but that one hit him in the hands, and he just couldn't pull it in.
Throws to the wideout. It's complete. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Got some room under the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Husky.
And the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He'll take another shot here. He's got it inside the 30. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. They really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Rushes on him, and here's a fumble way behind the line.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Gets it to him on the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They called the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Smith dropping to pass. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown, Washington! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Salt into word, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Vanderbilt is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 16 to Oklahoma. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Going for it all. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming. 3 yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. On target over the middle. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment.
Trying to get behind the defense. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
He wants to throw it again. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why?
Turning it on! All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
Running to Green. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
And the Huskies can really attack on this second and short. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Smith wants to throw. Unloads to the right. It's caught. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Now the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Perfect execution by this defense. They played pass, sat back, looked at the quarterback, took everything away, and even better, good pass rush, finishes it, now put him in a predictable third and long situation.
Now on third and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
And when it's third and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was